Hello, Pisces. It's Jen with Bohemian Path Tarot, and I am here to do a 2024 year ahead tarot reading for the collective of Pisces. So if you're a Pisces sun or a Pisces rising, you are in the right place. Today I'm using the Starseeker Tarot, and I'll be laying out my version of the Celtic cross spread for you. I'm going to take a moment first and focus on you and your tribe and the energies, the themes, the events that are coming for you in the new year. I'm going to shuffle as I focus on these things, and I will see you on the other side of the shuffle. Okay, Pisces, let's lay out your Celtic cross. We find you as the Queen of Cups. I mean, spot on. In the challenge position, we have the Page of Wands. In the foundation, we have the Two of Cups. In the recent past, we have the Six of Wands. Themes for the year include the Four of Cups and an upcoming event or situation, the Seven of Wands. Let's see. Three of Pentacles is in the advice position. Three of Cups is in the atmosphere or environment. The Lovers is in hopes and fears. And the Magician is your final outcome card. Let's see. I always struggle to get all these cards in a way you can see them. Okay. So we start with you as the Queen of Cups. Now, sometimes I have to remind people, no matter your gender, this card, the Queen, is reflecting you. And the Queen of Cups is very Piscean, right? She's the lady of emotions and dreams and fantasies and creativity. She is a great counselor. She is very self-aware. And this is where we find you. So it suggests to me that, maybe you had a break over the holidays and you really got to relax. You really got to come back into yourself after the hustle and bustle, or at least that's where we're starting the new year. You very much in your energy. And the challenge position is the Page of Wands. I read pages not as people, but as a cycle or a time or a need for learning, for being a student, for being excited about something, but for putting energy into gaining knowledge, gaining experience. And the Page of Wands rules, it's kind of two things. There's definitely a creative component, but there's also an active sort of athletic component. Wands are the suit of passion and fire and drive. So sometimes it's about the things that move you, the things that excite you, the things that get you out of bed in the morning because you can't wait to get to do them or fix them or along those lines. Sometimes the Page of Wands is literally like a new exercise routine or joining a belly dance class, doing one of those marathons where you raise funds for a charity and you join a training group before you do the marathon. It's that kind of a thing. The fact that those energies, that kind of passionate go energy, is in your challenge position suggests it could be you're feeling maybe a slow start to the year, maybe not feeling excited to move forward. There's something that maybe is that you're stuck on before we get into the new year. Something something that you feel very passionate about, but it feels unfinished or it feels undone, and you're kind of in a place of not knowing, or trying to figure out how to fix it or repair it or get it back. So while the Queen of Cups is very much you and your energy, it's a slower kind of emotionally based, fantasy driven or creativity driven sort of space, while the Page of Wands is about going and doing and finding an audience and getting out there and being excited to share your thoughts and ideas and maybe sing or dance or do some theater or something like that, or train for a marathon. So there's the contrast there, right, between the comfort, you and your energy, and also having this thing that needs input, that needs your drive, and maybe not feeling it or not knowing what you need to do to kind of get that oomph to do the thing. In the foundation, we have the Two of Cups. I hope you can see it here. The Two of Cups is often a cup about relationships, often romantic relationships, but it doesn't have to be. The essence of the Two of Cups is having a safe space to fully share yourself and fully allow someone to share themselves, to really kind of commune in an intimate way. A lot of people do find that in romantic relationships, or try to find that in romantic relationships. But this could also, be getting closer with siblings, or making peace with siblings or family. It could be joining a group of like-minded people and being able to, geek out on whatever you do and enjoy company while you're doing the thing. The fact that it's in your foundation suggests this is kind of a launching off point for the rest of the year. You've got this idea of wanting or needing or yearning for the capacity to share yourself with a like-minded person or like-minded people. The need to be vulnerable, the need to be seen and valued for who you are and the love you bring, or the good vibes you bring to a relationship. In the recent past, we have the Six of Wands, which in most decks is kind of a victorious card, where you see the central character on a horse above, a crowd, and the central character has a victory wreath, and it looks like there's a crowd that's cheering him or her on, or them on, as they kind of march or proceed on their horse through the town or the city or whatever. This is on the Rider-Smith-Waite versions of the Six of Wands. Here we have a gal on a wand instead of a horse, and there are wands around her. Usually the Six of Wands is in the bright daylight. This particular Six of Wands is flying at night. The Six of Wands is usually a victory card. It's usually a card that offers acknowledgement, validation. You've been seen for something, recognized for an accomplishment. And often it's kind of a large audience that recognizes you in this way, or recognizes your accomplishment, or at least you feel seen and validated. This is in your recent past, and this is suggesting this is an influence that you've just experienced, that kind of recognition or validation for an accomplishment, or for your passion, or for some way you have been present in front of others and victorious. It's going to be different for different Pisces. I'll toss out a few examples. It could be the kind of thing where you get the job that you really want, or you graduate school, or maybe you finish a book or a screenplay. Maybe you just host a really lovely holiday event, or maybe you're showing up looking fine at a holiday event. It could be something like that. But in any case, this is an influence that seems to be in the past that is having less influence now as we move into the rest of the year. And we have the Four of Cups as the theme, the general theme for 2024. Now, the Four of Cups, you know, the character on this card doesn't look super stoked, right? Usually the Four of Cups is looking off, the character in the Four of Cups is looking off into the distance as if they're looking for something, not happy with what's right in front of them, maybe even feeling a little trapped about what's right in front. Don't panic that this is your theme for 2024. I'm going somewhere with this. So there's also a cup that seems to be just levitating as if from the heavens or some kind of magical magic. And the central character is not seeing this thing, this gift, this cup, this magical cup filled with magical delights. So typically the Four of Cups indicates a feeling of dissatisfaction. It's not a tragic card. Like there are other cards in the deck that are much more indicative of loss or grief. The Four of Cups is usually a sort of pining for something you don't even know what you need, or something you know isn't in front of you, but you don't know how to get there. But the truth is, you are so close to that thing that's going to satisfy you, the thing that's going to quench your thirst, the thing that is on offer from the divine or your ancestors, or even something that is just present in your world right now that you're not recognizing as the thing that can give you satisfaction, that can cure your boredom, that can get you back to that sense of validation that you once felt that one time. So often the Four of Cups has to do with relationships and connections and connectivity, how you feel connected to others. It can be the sort of thing where maybe you're in a relationship and you're not sure where it's going, or you're not sure, like a romantic relationship, you're not sure if it's what you want, or you're kind of sure that it's not what you want, but you don't know if you should leave it because is there something better or whatever. It's that kind of space. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship. It could just be a general feeling of dissatisfaction, of a lack of fulfillment, in contrast to the yearning or the sort of foundation card suggesting a need or a desire or a capacity to be more intimate, to be more involved, to be closer, to go deeper. So the fact that this is showing up in your general theme for the year 2024, I think it's telling you that this is the year that you turn to recognize the thing. As we start the year, you're not there yet. But once you recognize the thing, or once you know which way to turn, you're going to see a flourishing of yourself, your a feeling of connection, your satisfaction, just feeling better about your place in life because you find the thing, or you turn to embrace the thing. You accept the thing that's right there and you're all in. For a card that is in the position of the upcoming events, we'll call it, we see the Seven of Wands. Now, in my other life, I am an actor, and the Seven of Wands for me in my actor phase, and when I'm wearing my actor hat, is an audition. It's, putting yourself in front of people who can judge you, people who have authority over you or could have authority over you, and showing them what you can do. The Seven of Wands is invested in showing her passion or their passion, showing what she can do, like you do an audition. When you're an actor and you go do an audition, you're usually familiar with the words or the scene. You've practiced, you've rehearsed, you know what you want to do with it. This is the card of the doing of it. So whatever you need to do, in kind of the backstory of this card to get yourself pumped up, to get yourself ready for this big interview, audition, showcase. I'm not, you get the idea that the metaphor of audition could apply to other areas. But this is the card where you feel confident, where you feel excited to show others your capacity. This isn't as much about feelings as it is about creativity, as it is about your passions, as it is about who you are in your heart of hearts, right? So cups are kind of more about feelings and connections, while wands are about passion and excitement and drive. So it's an interesting contrast here. We have in the recent past the Six of Wands, and in the upcoming events, we have the Seven. That's kind of like the next level. So you've kind of coasted through on your laurels. You've experienced your victory, but now it's not enough. There's new vistas or new levels that you want to reach. And this is you reaching for the next level, putting yourself out there for the next level. The advice card we have here is the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles often comes up when you have reached a work or career or craftsperson sort of milestone. It's like winning the top salesperson of your division or booking the part, or getting an award of Employee of the Month or something along those lines. It can be the kind of thing where you're getting known for what you do, how you do it, your craft, your craftability. This could be other people coming to you because they heard you do this, because they heard you're an expert at that, and growing your business. This could be, even a 9 to 5, just that you get recognized by a boss for being diligent with crunching the numbers, or for making sure all the employees understand their benefits, that kind of a thing. But it could also be like the side hustle or the career you're doing outside of your 9 to 5 job if you're an actor. There is also a piece of being in front of other people. So threes are there's always some other element of an awareness of others. So being called on, getting more clients, getting more customers, getting more followers or subscribers, that sort of a thing. And the fact that it's in your advice area suggests putting yourself out there, sharing your successes, and reaching out to customers if that's what your craft is, showing your boss how productive you've been and maybe asking for a raise, that sort of thing. Now, If you're retired, this can still apply to you. This would just be something like joining a group of like-minded folks, like maybe you join a book club and people are really excited about the book you've chosen or your insights on the book you've chosen, or you join a gardening club or the community theater, something like that, where your craft, you're doing something involved with other people, and you get recognized for your diligence and your craftspersonship, if that's a word. I don't know. Now it is. In the position of your environment, we have the Three of Cups. And as I just said with the Three of Pentacles, threes are about other people, about sharing an experience or a knowledge or an experience with other people. And we see these lovely humans dancing with each other, and they all have a drink in their hand, and it's a celebratory card. It's like ladies' night or hanging with your friends, like no pressure. It could be going out, could be staying in. It could be somebody's birthday or a wedding. It could be no reason at all. Just after work, you and your coworkers go out to enjoy, getting to know each other at the happy hour. As I'm recording this, it's the end of December. So we've just gone through some winter holidays, and the New Year's Eve is just around the corner. So it's not surprising at all that the Three of Cups showed up for you here. It's very much the element we're in. But moving forward into 2024, there's a sense that, as you're moving more towards fulfillment, as you're putting yourself out there and taking risks and showing people what you can do, there's recognition that comes from that and celebration for the recognition. In the position of the hopes and fears, we have the Lovers. Now, most times, the hopes and fears category is that thing that you really want, but you're also really afraid of, or you're afraid you might not be worth it or worthy of it, or you might not get it even if you work really, really hard. It's both a hope and a fear, right? So the Lovers is a card of choices in relationships, choices in our contracts with other people, our social contracts. Yes, it can be romantic, but it doesn't have to be. It can also be friend group, your association with a community theater, or joining having been in a bowling club and now wondering, does that really reflect your values? Does that really reflect how you want to spend your time in 2024? This is the choices we make with other people, negotiating our needs in contracts, and those social needs explored as to whether or not they bring out our best self, whether or not they reflect us as we truly are or we truly want to be. So yeah, that can be romantic relationships where you have to choose between two different people. One is like sporty and fun, and one is like romantic and cooks really well. And, you have to choose. Some of us still have to choose one or the other. It could be a choice between two jobs, one that pays you a lot of money and could really get you a nest egg and maybe has great benefits, but would mean working a lot of hours and not having time for yoga or belly dance class or just helping your kid with their homework. Or another job that doesn't pay as well, but the hours are just the hours, and you aren't required to give over your life to have this job. That kind of thing where you're making choices about who you really are in relationship to the other people or the other networks in your life. So the fact that this is showing up in your hopes and fears suggests there's something or some things in this coming year that you're wanting to move towards, that you're wanting to negotiate or choose something. You want to rewrite the contract, the social contract, negotiate terms, be clear about your needs or preferences with something or some group or some job. But also being afraid that maybe if you are clear about what you need, you won't get it, or you're not worthy of the thing that you hope you want, is something along those lines. But let's remember the fact that this card is showing up here, your fears are just what's happening inside you. But this card that it's here indicates that wish or that hope or that drive or that thing that you're looking for is there for a reason. You know, this contract, whatever kind of social contract it is available to you if you do the thing, share your needs, renegotiate the terms, or whatever it is in your specific life. And this is echoed in the final outcome card. Here is Mr. Manifester right here, the magician. I shouldn't say Mr. This character is an excellent manifester. They manifest the things they want in life because they do the steps and they practice and they rehearse, just like we have over here in the Seven of Wands. Magic isn't just, lighting a candle and doing your manifestation work. It's also the part where you do the legwork. It's trusting in yourself, in your skills, in your ability to put in the effort and put in the faith, and knowing that what you're working towards is on its way. What you want wants you, and you're drawing it in both in practical terms and in magical terms. So if, when you're feeling like self-doubty, remember this is you. And this is you. This queen who knows herself, who knows her needs, who knows how to take care of herself. All the stuff this queen needs can be shared in this space, put out there in an audition, put out or interview or whatever this is. And with terms or contracts reached, negotiated, and the thing that brings the satisfaction is right in front of you. See how like this cup for the Four of Wands character is behind this person? The magician has this cup right here. The magician has the wands right here, has everything right in front of them. So Pisces is actually a pretty cool reading. It's pretty cool. I'm a Pisces rising, so I'm very happy about this reading. I hope you can see everything here. Yeah, it's forward movement towards more joy. I'm seeing I've gone through all the readings. Last but not least is Pisces. And I've seen so many signs that are going through big dramatic change or doing even a little grieving. But the way you're moving through your stuff and getting more of what you want is more gentle and more specific, more sort of concentrated, more aware and thoughtful. And I wish you all the best in the new year, Pisces. Thank you so much for dropping by. I hope this has given you some comfort, some enthusiasm for the new year. And in any case, take good care. Happy New Year.